In today's video, we're going to talk about the mix I use for my plants, the mix that I find to be the best, the mix that really helps my plants to grow big, huge, and luscious. And I want to show you my new merch. It's called I Can Be a Monster, which I found it to be very funny. I really like how it turned out. And let's get to the soil. So the reason I'm using this soil is because it works very good for my plants. It grows them and it's a very nice soil mix in my case. The reason also I'm not using just Aroid mix is because my house doesn't have enough humidity. So when your humidity is not high, it's not like 80–90%, then you do not want to use simple unsoiled potting mix because too dry for the roots is going to mean also damage. We don't want them to be mushy. We don't want it to be like, heavy, because the soil, if it's heavy, the roots cannot develop normally and the plant will suffer. And you also want to remember that your plants are tropical plants, are exotic plants, plants that like their roots to grab onto something. So when they grab onto your soil, they think they're climbing. That way they thrive, they grow very thick roots, and they become a lot more healthier and will give you more bigger, larger leaves. And let's get to the soil. So this soil is pretty chunky. It has everything in it, and I did use for it, what I like to use is actually half of orchid bark. I really like to use this one because it has a little bit of soil in it. Then the next one I'm adding to it is perlite, and perlite gives it, that fluffy filling and drainage, helps with drainage of the water. I also like to use the charcoal. This helps the air to go through the roots. It's very good for the plants as well. And I use vermiculite, and this is to feed my plants, especially when I transfer them. And I use cocoa coir, I think it's coir, I don't know. And if you buy one block, you're gonna have a lot. I literally am telling you, you're gonna have a lot of this. So I have like 6 blocks. I found it at Costco. I think it's the cheapest. It's for 9 pounds or 8 or 9 pints or maybe kilos. It's like $19. The other ones on Amazon are pretty expensive. So I mix all of this together. And then I repot my plant. So as I said, I found this plant on the sale. It's an alocasia chinli on Toro velvet, and it's really, really velvety. The leaves are super velvety. I don't know if the camera shows, but it's like finest velvet you can find. It does have a bloom right here, which is also cute. This plant was on sale, and I believe it's because all the leaves are kind of beaten up, but I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist the structure, and I couldn't resist the feeling of the leaf. I can tell you, this is one of the plants I never saw before. I had no idea it existed, but this plant is absolutely stunning, and I don't know how big it grows. I didn't do any research on this. I just want to repot it because I feel like it's struggling inside, and it does struggle inside. You can see it's overgrown already. It wants to be repotted. So I'm going to gently remove all the soil, or as much soil as I can. I want to be gentle on it. Better to do it in a garbage bag, but since my video is on, I didn't want to. I don't quite like how my videos look with garbage on, so I'm going to untackle it and then I'll come back to you. So this plant is an absolute stunner. I can show you the roots are amazing. It has lots of corms inside, a lot of them. So this is like a treasure. I'm going to keep them inside. I want them to still grow a little bit more. And I thought that this pot is going to be very cute for it. It's from Better Homes and Garden, and I think that the structure and when you touch it, it has like this sandy feel, and with the velvety leaves is going to be quite something. And so for this part, you just grab your mix and you put it in. It's very easy. So the reason again for using um, the orchid bark is because I don't have the humidity these plants are actually requiring, and because of that the roots can get very damaged if they actually dry out. So you want to give your plant the best scenario for survival. You want them to actually be thriving for you. And I know it's very hard. I did a lot of research because I wanted to repot all my plants in a better medium. Some of them are already in need of repotting, some are not yet. But um, I was feeling bad that they are actually not in the potting mix they require. And I was doing a lot of research. I wanted to go just potting mix without any type of actually having any soil, and I got lots of cocoa and everything. And I wanted, the bark to be mostly the component, but I also wanted to know that if you don't add any type of fertilizer, if you don't add any type of soil, um, this has no nutritional value for the plant. Absolutely no nutrition value. And the other ones, the perlite, the what I put here, the charcoal, they don't have too much nutrition value, like no nutritional value to the plant. So you want to make sure that if you choose not to give it any type of soil, you need to decide to give it fertilizing, and you can use the vermiculite on top of the pot once in 6 months, or maybe more often, depends on how you want, depends on your goals. You need to look for by the plant how it likes it. So this is my alocasia Chieni Antoro velvet. I want to show it to you. I still have to clean the leaves, but look how beautiful it is. Still very beautiful. Has a here a new flower coming out and a new leaf. And this is the Aroid mix I was talking about. This is the final product.